Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and today I am in my lovely Utah, and it's actually a gorgeous day. And I just got back from doing a 1.5-mile walk around my block here at work and on my lunch hour, and I thought that I would go ahead and do a vlog topic that has been requested a few times here and on my Instagram channel. So I thought I would go ahead and do that. And I have you guys precariously propped up on a rock on our patio. We have like a couple of picnic benches, but I wanted to do this outside because it's so pretty. And so I thought that I would go ahead and discuss what motivates me to train, to work out, even when I'm in pain, even, you know, if it's early in the morning or late at night, that kind of thing. And I've been trying to put it into words, but a lot of what motivates me, well, to do it outside is because I love the sun. And I know that that helps my circadian rhythms, and it keeps me going as far as energy and all of that. It helps me, I know that it helps me sleep. I know that seems kind of weird, but when you get an influx of vitamin D and sunlight and blue light, when the sun goes down, your body kind of naturally cycles down as well with it. And so I try to get as much sunlight as I can during the day. It's very hard in winter in Utah, because it's hit and miss. Like yesterday, it was completely overcast. We had snow showers and it was awful. And this morning, we had overcast fog. And so it didn't start burning off until about 10 o'clock. But by noon, when it was time for me to have lunch, or because I can pick my lunch hour at pretty much any time, but I saw that it was bright, and I was like, oh, I want to get the sun. And so I try to do a lot of things when I can actually get out in the sun. And so that is one of my drivers. But I also look at old pictures of myself to when I start feeling lazy. I look, and I use that term loosely because y'all know me. There is nothing lazy about me. It's just sometimes I want to relax, and I probably do that less than I actually should. I should actually relax more. And as you know, if you've been watching this channel at all for the past month, it has been a hard thing for me not to get out and run, not to get out and train or work out or do anything like that. When I retired from fighting, active fighting, it killed me not to train every day. And even when I was putting my body through adrenal fatigue and all of that, it was still hard because I'm so used to going. But a lot of times it's hard to find motivation. And I can think back when I was over 450 pounds and I listened to the voices in my head, and it was hard to just even start. And a lot of people that I have worked with and trained, I have said, you know, it doesn't matter how long you go. It matters if you start or not. And, you know, I would burn myself out because I would finally get the urge to go out and wanting to run a mile when I haven't even, you know, walked to the end of my driveway in a long time back in the day. And I would defeat myself. And one of the hardest things to get people who are, you know, just starting out on their process, no matter how heavy they are, if they have not trained, if they have not worked out, if they have not walked, and then expect to run a mile, that is a perfect storm for failure, because you're not going to run a mile. I can guarantee you that. I have trained for the past 5.5, 6 years. And because I took a month off, I can't run a mile right now. Hell, I can't even run a quarter mile right now. I can't run, period. So my body is not used to that again. And it is amazing how fast you lose that. So to expect my body to just instantly get up and go is again a perfect storm for failure. So I am ramping back up, and hopefully in January I can start running again. My neck ablation is a week from next Wednesday on the 18th, and I hope, fingers crossed, that by January I can actually get back into the pool, then maybe get back on the bike, once the snow and all the crappiness stops. But that's a goal. I always set myself a goal, and I'm trying not to set myself up for failure with numbers, as I've said in previous blogs and things like that. When I had to have emergency surgery on October 21st, I was set up to do 50 miles that month, and then I barely got any. And I think I actually ended up with like 31 or something like that. But it was a failure to me in my head. Not, listening to my body and going, you're done and you just need to take rest. In November, when I was recovering, I ran 8.38 miles. I did not run at all. I walked 8.38 miles the entire month. That is the lowest month I had this entire year. And regardless of the fact that I was recovering from emergency surgery and literally being cut open, and as someone put it, having a sword shoved right through my core, I still saw it as a failure. And I had to stop thinking like that, because I was putting those negative thoughts into my head. And so how I try to motivate myself is just starting. It doesn't matter how far I go. It doesn't matter how many miles I get. Yesterday, I didn't do my walk for the first time in December, but I had an event that I had to run, not run, but I had to host the event and get that done. And by the time I was done, it was dark. It was snow. I couldn't do my my lunchtime walk. I had the time to do it, but it was so crappy outside I couldn't do that and still look presentable to go to the event right after work. And so there are things that are going to stop you, but yourself and your self-talk can't be one of them. And someone who posted asking me to do this on Instagram and said, even though they know they have to do it or they need to do it, and it's good for them to do it, they still have a hard time just doing it. And my advice to you is just make it as easy as possible to do it. If your time to go out and do a walk is first thing in the morning, then get up, put your shoes on, put your running clothes on before you do anything else, before you get coffee, before you have breakfast, before you sit down for your morning meditation. And that's the way I did it in the mornings during the summer, and during the fall the first thing I did before I did anything else. I got out and I did my run, and it was very successful for that until life decided to kick me in the ass. And never let your failures kick you in the ass. I mean, they're going to. And you have to accept that. It's the hardest thing for me to accept my failure. But I'm going to fail. And that's how I learn. And that's how I make myself better. And that's how you can make yourself better. If you haven't gone out and you haven't ran, you haven't walked, anything like that, but you want to start, just start. And your first goal, go to the end of your block, come back, and count that as a win. If you want to start adding more steps, more exercise to your day, don't sit there and circle the parking lot looking for the closest parking space. Park at the end, and then walk into the store and walk back out. Those are easy things that you can add to your day, and it not exhaust you so much you can't even begin to think of doing it the next day. Yesterday in my morning routine, when you saw, the one thing I cut out of that was my 25 squats, because I am not ready to, in my pajamas with no bra on and nothing else. I'm like, no, I am not going to put that out on the internet forever. Now, if some of you are interested, I may show you one of my workouts when I'm properly dressed and strapped down, all of that. I may do that. I have no problem doing that. And do like a beginning workout that you can do in your house, because I have a basement gym, but it's like I've got a punching bag, I've got a TRX, I've got a plyo box and all of that kind of thing. I've got kettlebells and weight bars and things like that in my basement. But, you can do it. When I was training women who are just starting on the bariatric journey, which I've done several times, all the weight you need is a water bottle. All the weight you need is a can of peas. Whatever. If you don't want to use any weight at all. I mean, when I was 450 pounds and I was doing body squats, literally I was squatting 450 pounds. That's a lot of weight. And you build up muscle, and your body weight is enough to start. You may not feel like you're doing enough. Get that out of your head. You're doing something. And count for it. Write it down. And let that be a check mark off of your list, and let it count for something. Let it be a win. Don't take away what you actually did with counting it as a failure. Coming from the queen of doing that. So if you get out and you walk a mile, great. Count that. If you had planned on walking 3.2 miles for a 5K and you didn't, that doesn't matter. Still count the mile as a win because you did it. Still count walking to your mailbox and back as a win if you haven't done that in however many days or whatnot. Don't let the failing stop you. And, everybody has all of the excuses, all the voices in their head, no matter where you're coming from, to stop them. Don't listen to it. Just turn it off and do it. And, for all of the, the crap that Nike has gone through, just do it is probably the best advice. And you have to make time for it. You have to plan it into your schedule, because if you let dusting and laundry and taking care of the kids and taking care of everybody else, just like self-care, if you let something else take priority, it always will. So unless you make working out a priority, or walking a priority, or exercising in any way, shape, or form, it's gonna not be a priority until you make it that. So with the Finding 52 that I'm going to kick off before the end of the year, I plan on also including things in there to help with getting exercise as part of your Finding 52. Some of the best meditation time that I have is when I do my walk. I don't listen to music. I don't listen to podcasts or anything like that. I just listen to what's going on around me. And I thank training for triathlons for that, because with triathlons you can't wear headphones. You can't listen to music during a triathlon. Most triathlons bar you from doing that. And it has been the most calming thing ever. I loved getting into the pool. Even though I am terrified of water, I loved getting in the pool because it was just me breathing and doing strokes. And it was just like moving meditation. So think about it like that. And when I go out and I do my walks during the day like this, the only reason I changed from doing it in the morning is because I need sun. And I want to take advantage of all the sunlight that I can. And just sitting out here, I'm like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's got the sun right in her face. I love that more than anything. It's just like, I look at it as recharging my battery, and it does that for me. It is my energy source. I could never live in Alaska or anywhere that, has 30 days of night. I could never do that. I mean, I could if I had to, but I need the sun. And when I am out walking, I am listening to nature. Even though, there's cars passing by and all of that, I can tune that out and just be like, it is my meditation, my active meditation time. Just like making my coffee is an active meditation time. And being out in the sunlight is a positive that gets me to do this. So you also have to look for the positives to do this. You know, that those endorphins that you get from actually checking that box off, that you walked a mile, or you walked to your mailbox, or you walked to the end of your block, that's amazing. And you get that little rush of, I did that. I got that done. And it's something that, you know, nobody else can take away from you. So find time to do that. Find time to take care of yourself, because honestly, exercise and walking and all of that is self-care. And I know that, you know, people think of exercise as torturing your body. No, it's not. You are nurturing your body, and you are making it stronger, and you are giving it what it needs to last longer. So when you have a hard time doing it when you know you should, I mean, we all have that. Hell, look at my whole fight with sugar. But figuring out why I was blocked with my sugar was a great thing. And I'm actually really excited to start my birthday challenge on the 14th of no sugar, no candy, no cookies, no cake, none of that. And one of the girls at the office yesterday was like, so you're going to drink Coke on New Year's Eve, and then you're going to not have it the rest of the year again? Or are you just going to like go back to drinking Coke? I'm like, no, I'm not going back. I am not going backwards. So I will have possibly, you know, with this whole no sugar thing, I don't know if I'm going to do that now. I don't know. But for once in my head, that's okay. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see if I want it. So, but I mean, I'm going to be in the midst of my vacation, having a grand adventure with my best friend Kelly. We're going to be in New Orleans. It will be the night after Share, and I can guarantee you, if there was any time that I would want to have a sugar-laden breakfast, it would be after that night, because according to her, we have a shit ton of partying to do. So it'll be hard, but I'm actually looking forward to it. So that's the first time in forever that I could say that with a straight face and mean it. Just, it's what I'm doing for my birthday. And my 53rd year will be without that. And I'm okay with that. Today here at work, we have life-changing chocolate cake, which is something that one of the girls here at work makes. She's an amazing baker, honest to God. She could make her own, she could start her own bakery, and it's so good. And I am not a chocolate cake person. I like vanilla white cake with buttercream frosting, possibly strawberries in the middle. That's my dream cake. And she brought in this chocolate salted caramel buttercream cake like 2 months ago. And I'm like, this is life altering. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I hate chocolate cake. And I love this. And I was like, can you make this and luckily she was on the birthday committee for December, and she made my birthday cake. So she has like 3 dozen cupcakes, chocolate with salted caramel buttercream frosting. And I'm like, and it has caramel inside it. So I'm like, yeah, thank God this did not happen after the 14th. But I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna maybe have 2 and love it and enjoy the day, and know that come December 14th, that will not be part of my life for a while, for a year, for at least a year. So anyway, I hope this has helped a little bit with motivation. I know there's no secret code to like just, you know, do this, and this, and you will never not want to do it. I can guarantee you there are days almost daily that I'm like, I don't want to do this. But the benefits that I feel, just like the cold showers, ending my shower with cold shower. Oh my God, I did not want to do that this morning. But I remember how good I feel after, and it makes me feel like a badass afterwards. And I miss that feeling. And so I'm like, nope, time for badass cold water. And I do it for 30 seconds. It is a hard freaking 30 seconds, especially when it's so cold outside. But as soon as it's done, my body feels alive. And yeah, I feel like a badass after I did it. I'm like, yes! So find a way to make the things you don't want to do make you feel good. Think about the positive benefits. Think about how you feel. Not that I'm going to lose weight, or it's going to be better for me, or it's going to make me healthier or live longer, blah, blah, blah. You have to think about how you feel in the moment. And I think that would help push you too. So that's my, lame ass advice. That's just from what I've done. So, there are different things for everybody out there, and different things are going to motivate you, but that's what motivates me. And hopefully that helps. Anyway, it is day 7 of Vlogmas, and hopefully you guys don't mind, this little chit chat for it. But several people have asked for it, and I think tomorrow is Saturday, and it's my first fasting Saturday. So you will not hear from me tomorrow, but on Sunday I'll come back, and I'm going to be doing some of my planner updates and things like that. So it will be a regular video with vlog. So I may do a vlog about my fasting Saturday and another video on top of that, but I just want to catch everybody up where I am as far as my planner goes, because I know that there are people out there that are just doing the planner channel videos and not the vlogs. So there is something like that coming for you guys too, so I promise I will put that up there on Sunday. But otherwise, as always, spend the rest of your life celebrating, because look at this, look at the view. That's what I get to live with every day. And I wish I could, I can see it from my desk, but it's not like right at my desk. I'm in a bullpen, not my own private office, but I can come out here every day, and I love it. I love it. We've had problems with the inversion for the past week, and this is the first clear, beautiful day that it's kind of been burned off, and it just makes me happy. So hopefully you guys have a happy weekend as well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.